A military aircraft sitting in a church parking lot is not something you see every day, but that's exactly what drivers on Hixson Pike are finding.
Last night, the Hixson Museum of Flight began towing a T-28 Trojan plane to Rome, Georgia for a festival this weekend. But without the proper towing permits, they were forced to stop right where they were. That happens to be the parking lot of Abba's house in Hixson. NewsChannel 9's Kelsey Bagwell is there now where the plane is parked. She joins us live with those new details. Kelsey.
Calvin, Latricia, this T-28 you see behind me was actually used for pilot training during the Vietnam War. And as you mentioned, the Hixson Museum of Flight was towing this to Rome for the Wine and Jazz Festival happening tomorrow. They were towing it all 77 miles on its original landing gear, which if you're looking at it, that would be the wheels, trying to set a new world record. However, before they could even get out of Hixson, they were pulled over by police for not having the proper permit. This was the scene last night on Hixson Pike when the Museum of Flight attempted to move this T-28 Trojan aircraft to Rome, Georgia. The plane, used during the Vietnam War, was being towed on its original landing gear in an attempt to set a Guinness Book world record. But it did not make it out of Hixson before being stopped by police for not having a proper moving permit issued by the Department of Transportation.
We've towed it to Riverbend for 4 years, Armed Forces Day Parade, Camp Jordan, Coolidge Park, and have never been required to have anything to move it in this area. And so, yes, we were under the understanding that we were just treating it like any other time we've moved it locally.
Police had them pull over into the Abba's House Church parking lot, where it remains today. Even though the museum did secure a permit to drive through Georgia, they can't move the plane until they get the go-ahead from TDOT. This is not something you see often, so it's drawing a lot of attention.
What's it doing here? What are you guys doing? Where are you going?
It's just so unusual to see an airplane out on the highway or in a parking lot. It instantly draws attention.
Even church staff is intrigued by the plane's temporary stop.
I've seen a lot of things in 35 years as pastor here, but I've never seen anything quite like this, you know. And I thought at first maybe they bought me a plane for my 35th anniversary here at Abba's house, but, you know, it's just part of the museum and history. It's an exciting thing to see.
While we were there, multiple veterans stopped to see the aircraft.
I was a frontline medic in Vietnam.
Chris Linville says he's happy to see the T-28s are still being showcased at festivals, but it made him remember both the good and bad times serving in the military.
It's surreal, actually. It really brings back some memories.
And you may be wondering why the museum wouldn't just fly the plane to Rome. That's because the plane you're looking at, we're told, is actually made up of about 3 different planes, and it's currently in restoration, so flying it was not an option. However, we're told that this plane will be in this parking lot until they obtain that permit, even to take it back to the museum. Live in Hixson, Kelsey Bagwell, News Channel 9.
Okay, thank you, Kelsey.